Okay, so I'm hoping that that fixed the problems with the sound. Okay, it sounds like it did, so I need to mute that. Okay, I wonder if there's another tournament. Hopefully I can play a few more games. Not sure. So, sorry if anyone was watching before and there was no sound. I was talking the whole time, but it's been ages since I did any streaming, so I had the wrong mic set up. So if anyone can hear me and they're watching, then let me know. In the meantime, I might just try and find someone to play, if there's anyone around that wants a game. Don't know who some of these people are, but yeah, okay, I can try challenging someone to some 3-0 games. Let's see if they accept. I don't know who this person is, so I've seen them on the Discord, or their name on the Discord. I don't know anything about their play, so I could be letting myself in for a bit of a drumming here. Okay, and we're off. So, HighestCliff. Hopefully I'll play a few games, but we'll see. Okay, knight f3. Let's play knight d4. So this is not completely standard, but it's a fairly well-known line. Like bishop d3, the idea is you play like f5 here. So a4. Okay, I mean I'm sure I used to know this stuff, but I'm guessing e6 or something is probably right here. This is a problem, I can't actually figure anything out with this time control, can I? I have to just move. So, let's play e5. e5 is generally not so good in these structures, but okay, I don't really know. I think he takes and then maybe knight c6 or something. And then he plays knight b5, knight b4. He can move over there. I think I'm just doing badly already, probably. So I'm going to play a5. The idea is he can play knight b5, I can play bishop a6. Problem is that then, actually that's terrible, isn't it? Because he can play bishop, well, he can play bishop d3. That's probably what he should do, and then I have to take him and he can take on g6, so that's looking quite bad. Maybe I can, if I throw knight g4, he takes on h7. I can play bishop b4 maybe. Is there any other options? No, so I'm just going to do that. It doesn't look particularly good. I've just got bishop f5, that's way better. So I think that just wins probably. Because I have to play, no, so he's gone for this. But now I thought that I can play this. Is he bishop here and take on c3? Has he got something clever here? Can he swing over? Yeah, I think maybe he can swing over because he can play queen a4 and then queen h4. I don't have a good line against that, I don't think. Or at least I'm not seeing one. And that also looks good actually, because now he's going to h3 instead, but it's gaining tempo here. For example, d5, he goes there. So what can I do here? I can try this maybe. So if he goes queen d5, I can play queen here. But queen h3, I think he just gains a tempo on d7. So this is just kind of game over. He's spending a long time, which kind of... Has he seen something I haven't? I think it just wins. No. Unless he was so fixated on going this way that he's trying to calculate something completely different. I mean, he's probably got lots of good moves. He could play even knight c3. If he doesn't see the win, he can still play something like that. And I'm still in quite a lot of trouble, I think. Yeah, so he's seen this now. Yeah, so okay, it's game one. What shall I play? Let's do like the, I usually play this against weaker players, but it can be fun against anyone really, this sort of thing. Most good players play queen c4 here, but queen e4 is also possible. Most of them go for queen c4 because I think Stockfish gives that line a very good evaluation for black. But yeah, in a practical game it's not simple. So this is the main line, and then bishop b4. So white's the exchange up, but loses castling rights. And now white really wants to play knight f4, so black's best moves are generally trying to stop white from doing that. And whether black stops it or not, white's main ideas in this line are kind of to push the a pawn up the board. So he hasn't prevented me from playing knight f4, so I'm going to play it. So he's trying to push here, or actually no, sorry, he's just trying to stop me from playing like there, so he's probably going to play this next. If he does play e5, then one option for me to play is play bishop h3. Can be interesting, and after bishop g4 just play f3. I think I might, or shall I play d4? So I can play in the centre with d4 because his main idea is to kind of gain a lot of space in the centre. The thing is, he can also play g5. That could be quite annoying. I'm going to play d4. So if he plays e5, I'm going to play bishop h3, and then after bishop g4, just play f3. Just let him sort of take the knight, because then my bishop comes in. So possibly g5 is better. If he pushes this, then of course my knight can just now jump back to h5. So yeah, I think I'll probably play a g5 as black here. Then I have to decide, I probably should move the knight, play knight d3 or something like that, which was one of the ideas behind d4. But okay, it can't be 2. So bishop d2, I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to push, because this is generally one of white's main ideas, so I'll just get on with it and see what he does next. Okay, so now I'm just going to do my idea, as I mentioned before. He could just take. The thing is that also once these bishops get exchanged, then this pawn push suddenly becomes even stronger. So black usually doesn't want to do that in this line. But I mean, if he really, the only move to completely avoid it is to play f5. But then, I mean, I've got these knight jumps. Knight e6 if I just want to exchange a knight, but probably I just play. Okay, so he's letting me put my bishop in. That doesn't seem like a very sensible idea. I can play here and then here. I think that might just mate. I don't see. Yeah, I think he's just blundered this. Okay. So I hope he doesn't do that same thing again as before, because I've got no idea what to do, but something tells me he might. Oh, he is going to, isn't he? Oh no, he's not. Okay. I haven't played against this for a long time. I think the main line is to play d5 and knight a6. Is there a problem against going g6 though? I just want to get a normal game, because there's a complicated line that goes like this and then knight a5, knight a6. I don't remember it at all. I'm just going to play g6. I'm hoping that this isn't just a blunder. No, so he's played that. So this should be okay for me now, I guess. I'm going to go for this d5 move now. So you can play e4, but now maybe I can play b5. So another option is just to play knight b5 directly. I might just even put move, because if he does that, then I have to retake it. So knight a6, I don't know what the difference is compared to the normal line. I'm not going to try and figure it out. I'm just going to play b5. If I can, I'm going to play e5. Okay. So he's looking just to push in the centre. I think I'm just going to develop. I can play e5. Oh, so he's done that. And now I've got bishop f5 as an option. I don't know if it's good or not. But let's just do it, shall we? He's got queen e2. Actually, queen e2 looks really good, actually. Is it? I'm not sure, actually. Right, so I play e6. I don't see a totally convincing follow-up. So knight there, sensible. I do want to get my king safe, but I don't know if there's going to be such a thing as safe in this game. Let's just castle. You can take here, might be his best option. Because then he opens up his bishop and he kind of threatens to come in. So that's a bit prophylactic against bishop g4. d6, queen c8. e5 is tempting. He takes on f6. I'm just going to play e5. You can jump in with the knight, but you can't really because this pin. So he's got a lot of captures here, but I don't know that any of them are very appealing. I mean, this one is probably the only one that's actually at all plausible, but it does look quite risky for him, with his king still quite a few moves away from castling and mine tucked away. So I'm not sure, because I'm also threatening to take here. Maybe something like c3 is possible. c3 takes queen b3, bishop e6 takes queen d5. Or just queen d5 directly, actually, there's no reason to play bishop e6. So maybe knight takes f6 is his best. Then if I take on d4, I think you can just play queen d7 and bishop d3. So if he does take, I should probably do something else, something like e4 and then f4. Oh, so he's done this. I didn't think it worked. Okay, I need to trust my calculations at this point, because so I've got rook e1 in the position. I've also got bishop d3 coming as a move. So I'm not sure how he's getting safe. Maybe just bishop e3 is his move, but then perhaps bishop c2 keeps him stuck in the centre. So he's playing, but then I've got the check. I think he's blundered. Okay. Okay, what should I do this time? This is a bit embarrassing when you don't know what to do on move one. Knight c3, the tip out opening. So there's a couple of options. So bishop b4 is the main move here. But there are some other lines, like queen h4 is kind of a computery trendy move. Queen f6, I don't remember this at all. Queen f3, queen f6. So I'll play f3. Or f4? I guess I get like, if I play f4 I get like a tempo up on the, but that's not that ambitious. Oh, I'm going to play f4. It's a tempo up on a reversed black opening, so it can't be too bad, right? That line would go like queen here, and then you'd try and exchange to queens. Maybe in this case I could even try and be more ambitious and just not exchange to queens and play knight f3. I think we're into some funky new territory here. I don't really know what's going on. So knight f3, knight f6. What would be the normal move here? Like e4 takes. I don't really understand. I'm just going to take a queen. Now the main line would be like knight here, e4, knight here, knight f3. I don't know if I can do a bit better with my knight already developed. So yeah, so he's kind of doing that. So I'll just develop my knight. I could try knight e4. Just try and get in here. Or maybe play a4. Try and pressurise him on that side of the board. Or just bishop g2. Bishop g2, d5. One interesting idea here might be to play like knight e5 and then just try and ram the f-pawn. Like bishop d3, g6, knight e5. I'm going to go for that because that looks kind of fun. I don't know if this is any good. It might be pretty pants actually because he can play bishop b7. But let's do it. Maybe castles would have been more circumspect there. So yeah, bishop b7 is by far the most sensible move. No, I think e4 perhaps, but I don't want to play e4. I don't like opening up with dark squares like this and closing my bishop, but I don't think my position is very good. I think I've kind of played this really badly because now his pawn's blocked, so I can't really develop very easily. I have to develop this way, which is generally a little bit clumsy. So he's saying he can play like this. Bishop c5 is his idea, I suppose. Takes bishop c5. And rook f. Yeah, that is very good. I'm interested. So takes bishop c5, bishop c4. Check. No, he just checks and takes on c4. Can't do it. Oh dear. Okay. So I have to play like this. He'll play bishop c5 anyway, perhaps. And then I can take on b5. So where's he going to put his bishop? d6? Actually, d6 looks like a very good square. Oh god, that looks horrible. So I have to play knight d5. Oh, he's going that way. Okay, so I'm just going to create like a wall of pawns. So I've also got this idea potentially in some positions. But next, he'll probably castle and then I'll castle. But the thing is, I need my rook to come over quite quickly if I ever want to open up the f-file. It's probably not going to happen. But I have got this extra idea in some positions, so I'm just going to make my king. It's easier for me to release the tension because I'm kind of winning material. So what's he going to do? So I'm just going to watch piece. Yeah, I want to get rid of my bishop because then I can use my dark squared bishop more effectively. Now at least I'm just 2 moves away from developing my bishop. But he has got a lot of activity here. I've got 2 pawns for a piece, but not feeling that confident. So d4 is probably my next move, or d3. Perhaps d3 is better, I'm not sure. I kind of like d4 just stopping his bishop from coming out here. I have a bit of a time edge at the moment, which might be relevant at some point. He's probably calculating if he can open up the f-file. I don't think that... I wasn't too scared about it, to be honest. Okay, so I'm playing d4. He's playing to capture, is he? And just wants to do that. But he's big kings on a dark square, so I have this sort of stuff. Oh my goodness. Is that a legitimate thing? It's just a check, right? Didn't seem like... Yeah, he seemed really keen on opening that line, but it wasn't as deadly as perhaps he was hoping it was going to be. Okay, that was kind of a funky game. Okay, it was... I don't know what this guy's repertoire is. I'm going to play knight h6. He's going for the fun stuff. This line used to be really popular, so he's doing this one here. Okay. I can't really remember this very well. I think it's e5 is meant to be decent. I did a video series on this some time ago, but I'll be blown if I can remember it. So generally the idea is, I mean, if he takes, then I've got queen g5. So perhaps now, so time to calculate. So knight f2, queen h5, g6, f6. That might be quite scary. Knight e3, bishop takes, queen g5. Takes. How am I getting my bishop out? Knight f2, queen h5, g6. That seems like it should be the way to go. I'm going to go for that, because knight e3 didn't look particularly good to me actually. Oh, so... Oh, wow. Okay. That's quite cool. So his idea is if I take, he plays f6, and then he's saying I can't avoid mate. And I'm not quite sure I believe that, to be honest. But it might be true. I'm going to just do it, because if you don't see it, then you've got to play it, I think. See, so I was thinking, I was thinking he might be thinking this, but then I've got queen here, and if he comes back with the bishop, then queen e3 will win. And if he plays f6, f7, I mean, I just move my king. I mean, I've got so much material. I mean, it's going to be dangerous because he's going to try and open up the centre. Probably play some move like c3 and try and open the centre. But with so much material, it's just probably going to be winning. It's just a case of there's a high blunder factor, so I could easily go wrong. But so he's got to stop queen d2 in some way, I think. So maybe he'll play a move like c3. That would be my guess. That's probably what I'd do, just try and stem the tide, and then I have to decide. I'll probably play something like g6, force him try, just so that he can't get all this material over here. Yeah, I think he missed queen a5. He must have done. And to be fair, I mean, it's quite hard to see a different move for black, so maybe without queen f5, this whole thing was very strong. Sorry, queen a5. Oh, thanks. I don't know why I was right that. I could just say it, because now you could probably hear. Okay, g6. He's got no dark square bishop, so it's a little bit less dangerous. If he doesn't push f7, then I'm going to play here, and then I'm going to be able to move my king to the side. And I think my king is probably safer on f8 than it would be on... So he's let me play bishop h6. I think that's a mistake. Because now my bishop can also be very annoying. It can kind of block his lines. He might have to give up another rook if he wants to try and get through. And now I can castle as well. Is this part of his plan, is it? No, it's just fine castling. For a second I thought maybe he had some bishop c4 stuff planned, but I mean I've still got this light square bishop, so I've got so much more material here. I'm not too concerned. Let's see, he's trying to... No, that's a terrible move. I can't do that. Okay, so he's going to play e6, and I'm going to probably have to give up my light square bishop. I'm going to move my king, because he's got all sorts of stuff with the bishop check tempo. I just want to get rid of that. So if he plays e6, I'll probably just give up the bishop. So he's not done that. But now maybe I can play just captures, because he's got no bishop c4, bishop here anymore. So I can probably do this and then just come in with my bishops. So I'll just play bishop f5. I can come into e4 and also divert my rook out. Yeah, I should be just winning, I think. This rook can come down and then my queen can come back. Oh, I completely missed that he could do that, but it shouldn't matter too much, I wouldn't have thought. He's playing b4. Can I just move my knight, perhaps? Oh my goodness, I thought I'd lost on time then. He resigned. Okay, I hadn't looked at the clocks for a while. It's getting very... Okay, what next? What have I played already? There's a funky line that goes like this, so I'm gonna... So d5 is what I'm kind of hoping he does. Oh, he plays d6. Okay, I know a bit about this stuff, but it's not really my cup of tea, I've got to say. What lines do you want then? Do I go for knight b5 or knight c3? I know both of these lines very well from the black side, so let's play knight c3. This is more of a kind of fighting kind of line. Yeah, I was hoping he was going to play d5. I had something interesting planned there. I wasn't going to go for the usual knight g5 stuff. Yeah, so here I've got two options. I can play h3 and bishop d3, which is quite good, or I can just go for knight b5. I'm going to go for knight b5. This leads to some more kind of... I think white's doing well in these lines, but they can be a bit tricky. After he takes, the best move is to play knight b5 rather than bishop e5 and knight followed by knight d5. I think it's more critical. Generally white's just sort of taking lots of material here. Knight c6. Looks like I just win. Because of bishop e5, right? Okay, he was clearly making that up, but that's 6. I don't. Maybe he's had enough. Okay, I think he's gone. Oh well, good games. Hopefully that stream worked okay. I think I'm going to leave it there. It's just kind of like a practice, because I'll be playing the Atomic Banter Blitz on Saturday against Iubar. So just wanted to practice doing a little bit of streaming, preferably at 3.0. So it's, yeah, hope you enjoy the stream and see you next time.